Lu-Magia Hearns.
Ain't on the game, we are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change. Boy, you should stay in your lane. Foot on the game.
This is Lu-Magia Hearns, and this is just one athlete.
Where are you from?
Pittsburgh, California. Born and raised. Actually live right around the corner from where we're shooting this video at. So, yeah.
How was it growing up in Pittsburgh, California?
Very different from a lot of other stories and things that I've heard, and you know, I went to different schools and stuff, so being able to experience all the diversity that we have here was really cool. Also, it's just a very small knit city, so everybody knows each other. I have a lot of family here, so yeah.
What was the family structure like in the home for you?
Grew up with both parents. Unfortunately, it did split my 6th grade year of junior high, but other than that, you know, real close-knit family. I have a big family on both sides, so I was always well-surrounded and well-supported.
First memory of you feeling accomplished?
I would have to say football championship 2012. We actually played here. It was raining. We went an undefeated season. Yeah, I would say that was probably the first time I felt accomplished. It was just, you know, something big, seeing everybody storm the field and stuff, so yeah.
With playing football from a young age and at a high level, how was it keeping friendships and relationships?
It's quite easy. Most of the people I'm cool with now, either it's through sports or mostly football. I would say it brought a lot of connections. I learned a lot of different people, a lot of different backgrounds and stuff, playing at De La Salle and playing KT Prep 7-on-7. So we got to travel and stuff like that. It really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. And I would say now, it's like, since I play so close to home, a lot of people still come to the games and stuff, so I still have big family support and friend support.
Did you find football, or was football introduced to you?
Football was definitely introduced to me. Dad played football in high school, you know, he was big time or whatever. And then he coached football, so at a young age I was around it, playing with some of the older guys and stuff. While they were running around at practice, I'm trying to run around with them, so yeah.
With Pops being such a legend, did that ever overshadow you, or do you feel like you had to live up to an expectation?
In a sense, yes, but no, because I always outshined him. I was better than him at a young age. I like to pride myself on that. And plus, I took pride in a lot of other things. I learned Spanish at a young age, playing basketball, playing baseball and stuff. So I did more than what he did at a young age, so I felt like I outshined him quick.
Do you feel like he acknowledged that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he always says that I'm better than what he was, but he likes to give me crap every now and then, talk about his high school accolades and all this, all that, but he knows at the end of the day, I've surpassed him in a lot of stuff already.
How do you feel like his support pushed you going forward?
He coached me at a young age in multiple sports, so that was always like, you know, he's always in my ear and stuff, but also putting me in the best situations. And he gave me this God-given talent that I have to play the game of football and even the other sports that I played. So it was like him always being there, being around, and being able to learn from him was always like helpful. It carried me to where I'm at today, because I don't mirror his game because he played a lot different. I mean, it was the 90s and stuff, so he played a whole different brand of football. But just my abilities and stuff and the fundamentals of football that I learned also came from him. So.
What did he teach you off the field?
Just about this game life, you know, just everything has an effect and a counteraction, so everything has a consequence pretty much. So being able to go throughout life and just make connections with people, speak up for yourself. He always taught me that closed mouth don't get fed. So if you don't speak up for what you want, you're probably never gonna get it. So just chase my dreams and be confident in myself, know that I belong wherever I'm at, so yeah.
Do you remember your first day on the football field?
Ooh, been on a football field for so long. I'd probably say it was probably at one of Pittsburgh High JV football practices when he was out there coaching. I'm running around, they're running gases, I'm trying to run with him and stuff, like I said. But yeah, that was probably one of the first times, or even flag football at Buchanan Park, which is just right around the street. So yeah, one of those.
Do you remember those feelings, and can you describe it?
Being around those practices, it was just like, it amazed me how like talented some of those guys were and how big they were at the time. Just being able to be so team bred and orchestrated, I wanted to be a part of something like that. You know, football is one of the greatest sports because of how unique and how team-based it is. You know, if one person doesn't do their job, like we say in college football, 111, just do your 111. If that one person don't do their job, it messes up the whole thing. So being able to see that and learn that, it just brought me closer to the game.
Could you describe just a day in the life of a college athlete?
Oh, long days, very long days. Through camp, we work pretty much 13-hour shifts. I like to say it all the time. But up at 6 o'clock, probably not getting home till about 9, 10, depending on where you live, how far you live from the campus. And throughout the day, you got practice, a bunch of film sessions, a bunch of meetings, a bunch of recovery sessions, lifts, all type of stuff. So it's a lot that goes on throughout like spring and fall semester. But then once you get in the season, it's like, depending on how your class schedule is, you might have class at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. You might have lift at 6 in the morning. So it just depends on your different schedules and stuff. And then we're practicing for 3 hours, trying to watch film while you're there at the facility, and then you probably watch some more film right before you go to sleep at home. So it's long days.
Do you ever get any time for yourself?
Yeah, I try to allot myself a little bit of time, whether it's just to rest, you know, take some time off, or just talk to some friends or family members on the phone. But yeah, I like to give myself a little bit of time right before I go to sleep, just to kind of wind down and get my mind right. But I would say throughout the day, you steady on the go.
How important is mental health for you?
It's a topic that's being brought up more and more now. Growing up, I didn't really discuss it or think of it. You know, my dad was more of like a macho man, so I was the same way. And a lot of the male figures that were in my life at a young age were the same way. So I didn't really discuss it and think too much of it as a kid. But now that I get older and start to see that a lot of people do have breakdowns and stuff like that, and understanding that it's okay to be in touch with your feelings, as a man especially, because I mean, men don't really express themselves or you know, just allow themselves to be in a sad state or anything like that. But now I've gotten older and being more open to these type of topics and stuff like that, definitely opened my eyes, and I'm definitely more intact with my feelings and stuff. I still have troubles expressing myself, but I mean, I think that's what the game of football is for. Just being able to get some of that frustration and anger out on the field.
Outside of football, how are you taking care of your mental health?
I would say just spending a lot of time with family and friends. You know, that's what always brings me joy, whether we're just sitting in the house together or we're going out bowling. Any simple activity is what brings me joy. Listening to music is something I do a lot too. Whether I'm sitting in a room by myself, the lights off, TV off, you know, just listening to music and just being in my head, you know, being in my thoughts, and also I'm kind of spiritual, so talking to God and stuff, making sure I pray every day, you know, that keeps me sane.
How important is it for you to have a backup plan?
My mom always taught me to have a backup plan, so getting my degree is a priority. I just feel like, you know, you never know with football. People get hurt all the time. I've been trying to broaden my categories and start different ideas. I've started a little clothing brand and stuff that I'm trying to pick up off the floor. But yeah, definitely got to have a backup plan, because you never know what curveballs life will throw at you.
What is your clothing brand?
The brand name is ism, which is the suffix, which means the manner of which you do things. So my whole idea is respect my ism, respect the way I do my stuff. And so yeah, me and my sister have been working on it, trying to get it together. I've been using a lot of my football pictures and stuff as like the sponsorship for it. But yeah, just starting out small. Haven't really produced a whole bunch of stuff. Still kind of in the works.
But it's on its way.
Yeah, it's on its way. Coming soon.
And how do you plan to use your platform to help others?
I help out in certain, so for Thanksgiving, we did a turkey drive. Some of my older cousins orchestrated it. I just go show up and just help pass out stuff. I've also helped with Marshawn Lynch's Family First Foundation, just things like that. I plan to start my own camp one day, once I get enough people to help with it and find out all the details and stuff about it. But yeah, plan to raise my own camp, hopefully a toy drive and stuff like that. You know, just help out in my community. I like to just give back, and whenever a young person comes up to me and asks for some advice and stuff like that, I just give it to them. The game is free, you know. The game is free. I don't charge for the game. It was given to me, so why would I charge for it?
What are some hidden talents that you have?
Speak Spanish, fluent in Spanish. Been studying Spanish since kindergarten all the way until 12th grade. So yeah, fluent in Spanish. Trying to think what else. I would say that's pretty much it.
You can say say your name, and then this is just one athlete in Spanish.
Yo soy Lu-Magia Hearns, y ese es just one athlete.
That's tight. Do you feel like there is a negative view on college athletes?
Yeah, definitely. When you go in classes and stuff, they feel like you don't work as hard in the classroom just because you were given a scholarship and all that type of stuff. But most of the time, it's not true. I mean, there's some people that value football more than in school, but I would say, yeah, that's probably the biggest negative view on college athletes.
How important was academics in your decision to choose your college school?
Very big. For one, Cal was that was the only Pac-12 school I got, so that was most of the decision right there. But being the #1 public institution in the country, having a wide network, big business program, which is what I'm trying to major in right now. Yeah, academics has always been like a big part of my childhood. My mom always stressed it. My older sister was a college graduate, so it's like I tried to just mirror her footsteps. So yeah.
When you were a kid, did you see yourself being here now?
Yeah, I always dreamt of it, but you know, kids have big dreams. So I wouldn't say that I necessarily like seen it, but yeah, I definitely dreamed of it. And now that I'm here, like I belong here, so I'm comfortable in it.
What do you expect out of yourself this next coming up season?
Next coming up season for me is just a bounce back season. I got hurt last year, missed 6 games. I didn't start off as well as I would have wanted to, and plus coming off my freshman year where I pretty much balled out. So last year was kind of a drop-off year for me. Just looking forward to bouncing back this year, and then hopefully getting some of those, like my clothing brand started and stuff like that, getting that up and running, and just branding myself some more, so that way when draft day does come, I have, you know, more income than just the draft money, stuff like that. Having a backup plan, always.
What NFL team would you love to play for?
Niners. I'm a big Niners fan. It's here in the Bay, so hopefully I get to go there so my family can still come to the games and stuff like that. Yeah. This is Lu-Magia Hearns, and this is Just One Athlete.